man? Welcome back to Speed Figure Presents. Enrico.
Yo.
I want to play a game. All right, let's meet our contestants here as we get into the last word. Tickets on the line for that Godsmack at Alva Amphitheater this Saturday. Now, last week, Tommy, our loyal listener, has been around since day one, won a pair of tickets to an event, but decided to pass on those tickets for an opportunity to win tickets for Godsmack, even though I did not know for a fact if I would have tickets to give away. His gamble is being paid off right now because I do have tickets to give away for Godsmack all week long, and he is on line one. Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning, Beef.
All right, on line two, we have Ashley. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning.
Now, here's the deal. Tommy knows how to get through and play these games, right? So much so, it's to a fault. So to add extra pressure onto Tommy, all right, if Tommy does not win this game today, he is ineligible to play any other game until Friday. All right. Yes.
It's a long time.
Yeah, which basically limits your chances to win these tickets because I want to try to spread the wealth here, Tommy. You know what I mean? So, this is hit or miss for you. So you could either win tickets now by disappointing Ashley and beating her, or Ashley wins those tickets, which is going to make it almost impossible for you to win tickets to Godsmack this week. Okay?
I got it.
Okay.
He's ready to risk it all.
I love it. I love it. Without the risk, there's no reward. It's a meme that Tommy read and has lived by, and I agree. All right, so with that said, we're going to play the last word. It's a verbal hot potato game. I'm going to start off with a category with one caller. They're going to give an answer. The next caller is going to give an answer back. You guys are going to go back and forth giving acceptable answers within a 30-second round. Whoever gets the last acceptable answer in before 30 seconds runs out wins the round. Best of three wins those tickets for Godsmack. Tommy and Ashley, are you both ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, we'll start off with line two. Ashley, ladies first on this. Ashley, name something you wouldn't want to find in your hotel bed and go.
Spider.
Spider, okay, yes. Tommy,
Bed bugs.
bed bugs, yes. Ashley,
Condom.
a condom, yes. Tommy,
Bloodstains.
yes. Ashley,
Pea stain.
yes. Tommy,
Your ex.
yeah, okay. Ashley,
Toenail clipping.
oh, yeah, no. Tommy,
Another man.
okay. Ashley, oh, got it in there. Your ex with another man, or just another man and just your
Hanging
ex?
out.
Yeah.
I found all those at the last Holiday Inn Express I stayed at.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all
Yeah.
good. That's why it's an express and not, one of the regular standalones. All right, Tommy, you won that first round. Tommy, you're going to start off round two. If you win this round, you're going to win those tickets to Godsmack. An excellent strategy there, making Ashley laugh, and that it buys you a good second or two, and it gave you the round. All those were good answers, too, because all those super gross to find in a bed. With the exception of your ex, I don't know. That could be a good time. Anyways, let's get. That's neither here nor there. Let's move forward. All right, round two. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when I finish asking this question. Tommy, this is going to be a revealing round. What's the first thing you do when you realize you're home alone? And go.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Okay, Ashley.
Turn the music up.
Okay, Tommy.
Watch Netflix.
Okay, Ashley.
Get naked.
Yes, Tommy.
Eat whatever I want.
Okay, Ashley.
Oh God. Oh my God. Order out.
Okay, Tommy. Oh,
Play with the kids' toys.
No, the pause. I've seen this category
Strategic.
before. Very strategic. And I'll be honest with you. Order out wasn't the best answer, but for the sake of drama and getting to a third round, we're giving it to Ashley. So it's all tied up. Whoever gets this last round will win those tickets for Godsmack. Now, Ashley, here's a bonus question, a little side question. What's something you're going to order out when you're home alone?
As much food as I want.
Okay, yeah. There's no judgment there.
Without judgment.
Yeah.
No judgment.
Yeah.
I don't care about those delivery fees.
That's the best thing when I order one of those app deliveries and I order 2 meals. They don't know I'm by myself.
You fake it like, hey, honey, I'm coming with the meal.
Yeah, just a romantic night in. Don't mind me. And yeah, I want just one utensil. Don't ask questions.
We share.
All right, here we go. Final round here. And I'm trying to decide between. I got excellent questions for this last word. But we're going to start off with Ashley on the final round. Okay. We're on the category of food. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this question. Ashley, name a food that would be weird to eat in the shower, and go.
Fruit.
Fruit? No, that's not weird.
No?
No, give me a different answer.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, yes. Okay, Tommy.
Ice cream.
Yes. Okay, Ashley.
Popcorn.
Yes. Tommy.
Pizza.
Pizza, nope. That's a good food for showers. Give me another answer.
Nachos.
Yes. All right, Ashley.
Cookies.
Cookie, okay. Tommy.
Pickles with peanut butter.
No, you know what? The time ran out. You heard that clock, and unfortunately, time ran out on you, Tommy.
Huh?
So that means the winner is
So
Ashley.
I won?
Yes, you did.
Whoa.
Yes. Which is devastating to Tommy. But Tommy, I'll tell you what.
Yes, sir.
All week long, we're going to give other people opportunities to win these tickets. But on Friday, I will make sure that you're one of the contestants to play for the last chance opportunity to win tickets for Godsmack. So make sure you're around like you always are on Friday, and you're going to be a contestant, and hopefully you can win that last pair of tickets, okay?
Yes, sir. Good job, Ashley.
Thank you. Good game.
Yes, absolutely. It was a very good game between both of you. Thank you for playing the last word, and congratulations, Ashley. You and a guest are going to go check out Godsmack for free. So stay in the line. I'm going to get all your info, okay? You like that? You like how we went all super, or we're like, we had content going, but Mari's handling that snake. That snake is loving Mari, and it looks like that snake's like half albino. We have Nark Worfson back in studio from the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian show. Mark has been coming on each and every year. I mean, this is the 22nd annual Tucson Reptile and Amphibian show. So welcome back, Mark.
Thank you.
We're going to get on the air to kind of get people hyped up again. Everyone loves this event when it comes through town. And you always come with a couple friends, which is good. On the radio, you're describing this not as cool, right? But we have the video aspect, so we're a little lucky to be able to show off these, wonderful animals and amphibians. You call them animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? There we go. I'm getting all the technicalities down. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast there. You can see a bunch of reptiles and amphibians. Actually, do we have any amphibians with us, Mark?
I'm afraid not. Just reptiles today.
Just reptiles. That's fine. Well, we love our reptiles. In fact, the way that Mari is handling that snake, it's so professional that we might have to just ban it off from the internet. I don't know. Now, this snake does look like it's half albino. Is that correct?
It's actually called piebald. It's a specific type of mutation where they have white patches like this.
Okay. Hold it up. Yeah, because if you're just looking on the stream, it just looks like the snake is 100% white, but it is right now.
Like, where is he going?
Running away from Mari. Yeah, okay, let's get Mark, you're on camera there with us. So yeah, show off this snake here. So yeah, it's part just like beautifully just blank basically, and then it has that normal camouflage. So this is something that's common amongst snakes
In captivity.
in captivity.
Obviously, a snake like this would probably get eaten by a hawk or something pretty quickly.
Yeah, no camouflage whatsoever. Okay, but in captivity they do this, huh? That's weird.
Yeah. Ball pythons are the most commonly kept pet snake around, and there's 2,000-3,000 different mutations of them. Hard to tell some of them apart, but
Right.
This is the normal coloration.
Right, which is the
And-
normal, camouflage based off their surroundings.
Correct.
Yeah, and then how many generations would it take for the snake to start developing these like mutations, if you will?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, this one was this snake, and you don't have a name for this snake, huh?
No, actually, all these animals come from Ever Evolving Exotics,
Ever
reptile
Evolving.
store here in Tucson.
Yes, actually, shout out to them. I know them well. And so yeah, you don't know if that was obviously born in the pet store or not.
No idea.
Yeah.
But, this is about a 2/3 fully grown animal.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And, they have stuff for sale there, so they don't tend to name them because they get sold.
Yeah. We should name them now.
What do you think?
What would you name that snake?
Oh, I'm thinking Blanquito.
Oh, Blanquito. That's actually
That
very
sounds
cute.
good. Anything but Monty.
Monty.
Anything but Monty. Yeah. That's good. I was gonna name him. Well, yeah. Actually, Blanquito sounds good to me. Better than any inappropriate joke I would have came up with. Well, anyways, we have Nark Worfson from the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show in studio with us. We're going to tell you all about what you can expect from this event this weekend, which is happening this weekend on October 5th and October 6th, and also give you an opportunity to win tickets. You can join us online, youtube.com/bevegan, to check out all of Mark's friends right now, and we'll get the up-close and personal Mari Cam working as well. So more information on this event coming up right after new music from Hailstorm and I Prevail. Here's Can You See Me in the Dark on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right, let's get that Mari Cam going.
All right, let's see.
Turn it sideways, Mari, so we can go full screen. Yeah. See? It works.
Is this good? Or?
Yeah, get up close. Okay, so,
There we
yeah, well, and there is no name for this little guy. What is this, though?
This is a crested gecko, one of the most commonly kept pet lizards in the country.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're great. This is an older guy, but the younger ones in particular jump all over the place.
So he's a little more chill, huh?
Yeah, he's being pretty chill.
Yeah. And
Eyeballs.
you got him from the erotic reptiles, or exotic reptiles, I should say. What's
I like
name
the
of place?
erotic.
I know.
But yeah, there'll be thousands of these at the reptile show. And
Is this a personal pet of yours, or did you pick this up from the store as well?
yeah, this is from Ever Evolving Exotics.
Ever evolving exotic.
All I have is poison dart frogs right now.
Oh, really? You actually have those as pets, huh? The poison dart frogs.
Yeah, but you keep them in captivity. They're not poisonous because they don't eat the bugs that give them the toxicity.
Really?
In captivity.
What are the bugs that they eat that makes them toxic?
Probably a lot of ants.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you basically, it doesn't matter what you like rub against them. You're not going to get any poison or irritant off of those frogs.
Not really, but like a friend of mine has the most deadly of the poison dart frogs in the world, and you don't handle them just in case.
Yeah, just in case they got some kind of freak venom growing in them. That's crazy. Yeah. So he's molting right now too, right?
Yeah, he is shedding.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
that
makes
white
it
stuff.
super calm. Yeah. Yeah. You thought that was a mohawk?
I didn't know what that was.
So when he's shedding, does that make him even more docile?
No, not really. It's probably the opposite. A lot of animals, snakes, lizards, when they shed, they kind of go into hiding. So because they're a little more vulnerable to predators when this is happening.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. I love the eyes of a gecko, too. You know, if you were to get a reptile for your boys, Mari, what reptile would you get?
They really like bugs, but a reptile, I don't know, what's the best reptile for a 5 and 2-year-old?
Yeah, Mark would be the expert
I
on that.
know.
Well, snakes are great because you only have to feed them about once a week.
Oh,
They're
that's it.
That's
require
true.
the least care of any reptile, almost any animal.
Wow.
Lizards you usually feed every day or two. Tortoises just eat vegetable matter, and so they're pretty easy too.
Super easy, right?
Yeah.
And like, well, the running joke though, with desert tortoises or tortoises that live so long, SNL did this skit where like somebody gives them gifts them a tortoise and like, great, a responsibility for my entire life, because they live forever, right? So
Yeah, you don't want to give gifts of reptiles to people usually.
yeah, especially one that doesn't have an expiration date. You're like, okay, yeah, this is something I'm going to have to like learn to take care of for the next 60 years, which could be overwhelming. A lot of people, are fearful of a commitment of even months.
Yeah, you turn the tortoises over and they have an expiration date on them.
Oh, okay. I'll look next time. It's right there on the bottom. Depends on where they were made. Rocco 2.1 KFMA. We're live on the podcast broadcast with Nark Worfson. Did he run? Did the gecko run?
He jumped off my hand.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So Mark is a part of the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show and Sale, which is the 22nd annual event happening this weekend at Pima County Fairgrounds. It's a reptile petting zoo, and there's so many different animals. How many different species are going to be featured this year at the Reptile and Amphibian Show?
Many hundreds. The show is 60,000 square feet of vendors from all over the country selling animals, and about a quarter of the show is displays of exotic reptiles from around the world. we'll have half a dozen species of crocodilians.
Ooh.
Crocodilians, like little crocodiles. Are we legally allowed to have those?
No, but the place that's bringing them has a zoo license.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. You can't buy them, though. I mean,
No.
I immediately was like, how much
no
for a
one.
crocodilian? And you say crocodilian, so you're just talking about different little species of crocodile?
Alligators,
Alligators,
crocodiles,
crocodile, yeah.
and we're not talking little.
Yeah, okay, they're the big ones, yeah. Okay, so they don't have any pygmy alligators at this point. Yesterday, we went down the rabbit hole of Mudang, which is a pygmy hippo, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is the internet sensation lately because it's adorable. Any kind of pygmy, puppy-like animal is going to become very popular on the internet. But we don't have that in crocodiles or alligators yet, right?
I saw. Well, there's a dwarf caiman
Oh, yeah.
from
tiny is that?
Ecuador and Peru, and they get to a max of about 3 feet long.
Oh,
and-
that's still big, huh?
yeah, but they start out small. They all start out small.
Yeah.
These little guys.
Now, we already handled the snake. We handled the gecko. Before we get into the tortoise, let me give you a PSA while you're in here, and you let me know if you agree with this as well. The PSA is don't get drunk and pick a fight with a python, okay? Would you agree with that so far, just off the surface of that headline?
Yes, I would.
Okay. The reason why I'm saying this, and I, learned from another guy's mistake, but a guy leaving a local pub in China learned this the hard way just recently. We don't know his name, but he was intoxicated, and his friends came across a nearly 7-foot python on their way home.
Little one.
Yeah, that's still a little one, right? And so the guy was drunk enough being like, I could kick that snake's ass. And his buddies was like, well, I don't think you can. So he attempted to fight the snake. The snake quickly coiled up after it was provoked, and firefighters had to come and rescue the man, and they freed him just in time to take the snake away in a bag, and the guy and his friends to kind of like hang out there and make fun of the guy for getting his butt kicked by a snake.
Whoa.
So even a 7-foot python could kick your butt, huh?
Well, it probably couldn't kill an adult, but it could certainly hurt you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
They've got big teeth.
What's the largest python you've handled?
Let me look.
Ah! Mark with the dirty jokes.
I love it.
I used to breed various pythons and boas. I used to have a 10-foot boa constrictor
Oh.
that, when I'd walk by the cage, this big cage, he would strike at the glass.
Oh.
Freak
Oh,
out.
wow. Yeah. So he was looking at you like it was lunchtime every time, huh?
Yeah,
Oh.
but I could handle it.
Yeah, all right. Nice.
But you should do that with a friend.
Well, okay. So, you've been involved in the Reptile and Amphibian Show since its inception, right?
I created it
Yeah, you
with a
created
friend
it.
of mine.
Yeah. You're the founder. And so you've seen this thing grow like farther than you could ever imagine, right?
That's pretty true.
Yeah. Because when you started, where did it start at again?
Well, my friend Larry Cedric and I were driving down Fort Lowell, and we saw this sign, Hall for Rent. And we had been contemplating starting a reptile show because we'd go to him in Tucson, L.A. and so forth. And so we drove in, we rented that hall, 1,500 square feet, back in 2002 for about $400.
Yeah.
And we got a dozen friends together, and we had our first reptile show. Several thousand people showed up, which we couldn't believe.
Right,
Wow.
yeah. Like
And-
right off the bat, people are obviously like curious and fascinated by all the different reptile species. You get to see them up close and personal. And even with our zoo, we have a zoo here, but you don't have a large reptile exhibit.
They don't.
Yeah.
But Ever Evolving Exotics, the pet store in town, has actually just supplied them with several animals, and they have a room where they now have several reptiles on display.
Oh,
Right.
nice. Yeah. Yeah, but in this
Horny toad?
situation, this weekend, what's great is like it started with a bunch of local vendors, right?
Right.
Or just friends of yours. And now it's grown to you have just exhibitors from all over the country coming to show off either their reptiles or even sell them. And what are some of the reptiles that you could actually buy at this show?
You can pretty much buy anything that isn't venomous. We have, poison dart frogs I mentioned, pythons and boas and king snakes and milk snakes and all sorts of lizards. We'll have a Gila monster or two on display, but you can't buy those.
Yeah, no.
They're local.
Yeah. And poisonous, right? I mean, Gila
yeah.
monster will mess you up.
Yeah. If you have a hunting license, you can keep a pet rattlesnake.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you got to be a little weird to do that, but there's a lot of people like that around.
Oh, yes, especially in Tucson.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, we're going to look at the tortoise. What is this, regular Sonoran box tortoise? No?
No, actually, this is a Herman's tortoise.
Ooh.
I think they're from Eastern Europe.
Really?
And they get about twice this size. They're not a huge tortoise. But at the show, you can buy sulcatas, the African spur thigh tortoise that can get to be several hundred pounds.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no. I wouldn't want that. I would like a tortoise that basically would grow twice the size of this. Now, is this the type of tortoise that would be on sale this weekend?
Yes.
Okay, and what do they normally run?
You know, I'm not sure what these guys go for. You're probably looking at least $100 for this.
Yeah.
You can buy sulcatas, African spur thighs, babies, which are, half the size of this, for probably about $30, $40.
Oh, nice.
And it takes them a long time to get to be several hundred pounds.
Right.
So they actually are pretty cool pets.
Now, would you consider like tortoise the type of pets that are kind of like high maintenance in a way? To like at first when they're babies, you have to follow a certain regimen to make sure that they, grow to healthy adults, and then they kind of get easier as they get older?
Actually, tortoises are easy.
Really easy?
They're vegetarians. They eat greens that you can just buy at the market.
Right.
And, it's pretty easy to keep them fed. And they, as you said, they live a long time. Snakes are easy because you don't have to feed them very often. And lizards are, probably a little more intensive. You just got to feed them bugs every other day or so.
Yeah. Yeah, which can get tricky. And, of course, you got to keep an eye on those lizards. Well, there's also going to be a reptile petting zoo happening at Pima County Fairgrounds this weekend. It's in the old Pueblo Hall. These times, it's all weekend. So for October 5th and 6th from 9:30 to 5. And then on Sunday from 10 to 4. So obviously it's an all ages event. Kids 5 and under are free. Parking is only $8, and 13 and up it's $15 at the door. But we're gonna give away a pair of tickets here in a little bit. So over 60,000 square feet of displays of native and exotic reptiles are going to be there, with lots of sales going on too, of everything, where from snakes, lizard, tortoises, to even bugs and feeders, cages, supplies. If you were thinking about being a reptile owner, this is the weekend to come and check everything out, because pretty much it's all inclusive. Everything that you will need to be an owner, including the pet, will be at Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show, correct?
Yes. Best to research a little bit, know what you want. You want to have a place to put the animal if you buy it.
Yes, fair.
So-
Now, any additions this year that you haven't had previous years that you want to mention to the general public?
No, not really. There's always a turnover of vendors at the show.
Yeah.
There's going to be a few that I got some of my very first animals from 25 years ago are going to be at the show this year. And as well as new people that have just started breeding lizards and snakes. And
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you, Mark. I mean, each and every year, this thing has just been growing and growing. And the fact that you're getting vendors from all over the country participating now, yeah, I mean, you might turn this into like a gem show-like event eventually here in Tucson, from Tucson for reptiles and amphibians.
yeah, we were voted #1 local event in the Star, whatever they called it.
Yeah, rightfully so.
award,
Rightfully
yeah.
so, because honestly, this event is a fun event for the whole family.
So fun.
It's educational. It's essentially like a zoo, and it's the difference between this and a zoo is that you could literally bring home one of these animals with you, right?
Yeah, that's the hardest thing to avoid.
Exactly. Yes. So yeah, any other information you want people to know before we let you go, Mark?
It's cash only at the door to get
Okay.
in,
Oh, good to know.
but then most of the vendors accept all forms of payment.
Excellent.
Oh.
There you go. Yes. Cash only at the door, so make sure you bring cash to get out the door or get your tickets. And speaking of tickets, I'll give away a pair of tickets right now to caller number 10. So if you want to go to the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show happening all weekend long, starting this Friday, October 5th, be caller number 10, 600 KFMA, 605-362. You can get more information of the Tucson Reptile Amphibian Show at TucsonReptileShow.com. Mark Wolfson, thank you so much for coming in and bringing your friends yet again.
Thank you, Beef. And and Mari.
And Mari. Yes. All right, we're going to have to reset. Be back with more right after this. Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Yeah,
Excellent,
we
yes.
love going. We
Thanks
went.
again, Mark. All right, for everyone else, I'm going to give away these tickets. And earlier this morning, we did a 5-star review. In case you missed it, went a little something like this. Yeah, thank you, sir. Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
2.1 KFMA, it's Beefy Presents. As you know by now, my good friend Rico, when he goes out as a consumer and has a pleasurable experience, he immediately rushes to Google to leave a 5-star review. And in fact, actually, he's becoming one of the highest rated reviewers in all of the old Pueblo.
The best reviewer ever.
Yeah, people do turn to Rico's reviews to see where they should go and which businesses they should patronize. And with that, you have another 5-star review you want to share with us, right, Rico?
Uh-huh.
Or where did you go to this week?
Little place called Coffee Times Drive-Thru.
Yes, the legendary Coffee Times on Speedway. Tell me all about your experience.
All right. Since it's officially fall here in Tucson, we can celebrate all the fall vibes available only here in the Sunshine State. Like seasonal record-breaking 105-degree weather and dead grass.
Oh, yeah.
The East Coast may be celebrating orange and red leaves, but hey, we have actual oranges and we see red every day with road rage. But the one common denominator across the board is and always will be pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice everything. Pumpkin spice Chobani yogurt, pumpkin spice Werther's Originals, pumpkin spice condoms, pumpkin spice ammunition, pumpkin spice ketchup, you name it. But the OG will always be pumpkin spice caffeinated beverages. And I figured it was time to stop trying to be a hip contrarian and join all the normies in conditioned cultural reverence and appreciation and love for all things pumpkin spice. I was going to take time out of my day from organizing Funko Pops and trying to spot international female pedestrian cleavage on Google Maps Street View to leave the house and go get some pumpkin spice energy. But I didn't want to be a basic bish and go to the corporate chains like Starbucks, mostly because they're overpriced, but also because they spell Rico with 2 C's.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Richo?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Not cool.
I don't mind the brothers Dutch for the most part, but I've been taking advantage of their overly kind conversationalism and using them as free therapy way too much. Then I tip 20% for the trauma dumps, and I'm going broke on just that alone.
Yep.
So I found a cool spot called Coffee Times. I already like the name. Every time friends ask me what time it is, 90% of the time I stop what I'm doing, look them in the eyes, and go, "It's coffee time, Mike." And then he asks again, "No, seriously, what time is it?" And then I double down by going, "It's coffee time, baby." And then repeat that cycle until they leave me alone.
Oh.
When I drove up, there was already a couple of cars ahead of me, but I was able to squint and take a peek at the menu. I laser focused in on the 20-ounce pumpkin pie frappe, and below that, the treats that had a pumpkin streusel coffee cake.
Oh, nice.
Take my money.
Yeah.
4 minutes had passed, and there was one car ahead of me. I just stared ahead, white-knuckling the steering wheel impatiently. When it hit the 6-minute mark, I started revving my engine and giving the crazy eyes, but then I saw the window lady reach out and give a little cup to a happy puppy sticking its head out the window, and all my angry cussing turned into female-esque, "Aw."
Oh, yeah.
And my patience timer started over. When I pulled up to the window, I was greeted by the window gal, who was nice, but not too nice. Like, wanted a transaction and not a thesis on my week. I told her, "I'm good, but I'll be doing better, even better, once I get some pumpkin pie frappe and that pumpkin pie coffee cake in me." And then she got sad and said, "Unfortunately, the person ahead of you just grabbed the last of the pumpkin coffee cake."
No!
My eyes immediately darted, and my primal instinct was telling me to chase them down and take it from them. But then I remembered that I'm part of civilized society, and even though adding prison time to my dating profile would make me a hotter prospect,
Facts.
I didn't have the bail money.
Oh.
So I looked back at the window gal and said, "Yeah, no problem. I'll take an apple cranberry streusel bar instead." And she said, Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of those two. And then immediately said, I'm just messing. But my eyes already started twitching. When I was handed the pumpkin pie frappe, I looked at her and went, it's coffee time, baby! And popped the lid and started going to town, whipping frappe flying everywhere, orange sludge all over my face in a display of sheer joy and autumnal ecstasy.
Ooh.
I took a breath, looked at her and said, hey, flip over that iPad real quick, and left a custom tip of 200%.
Wow.
And then boldly asked, hey, can I get one of those pup cups too? I have a Pomeranian at home and she's going through seasonal depression. Great experience. Definitely got me in the mood for fall with the normies, and even though I don't have a Pomeranian, I have a free pup cup to enjoy later. I'll be back for that pumpkin coffee cake. 5 stars.
Got him. Yeah, that's how you make up for the fact that they didn't have pumpkin coffee cake.
Yeah.
You get that pup
Give
cup.
me a pup cup.
Brilliant. That's a life hack right there. And a fantastic 5-star review that you can see for yourself when you Google coffee times. If you come across Rico's 5-star review, make sure you give him a 5-star review as well. We'll hit the reset, be back with more Beef Vegan Presents right after these words. Rock 102.1 KFMA. And we are back here live on the podcast broadcast. Once again, thanks to Mark for coming in.
Yes.
Allowing Mari to hold his python.
That was cool.
He's
I was definitely nervous.
He's coming in here with dick jokes too. I'm like, Mark, we're rubbing off on you. I love it, dude. I love
he's
it.
such a sweetie.
And Mark has always been like one of our favorite guests ever since like day one. We work in KFMA. You know, he comes in each and every year to promote the event, and what a great event to have here locally. And to watch it grow like that is pretty much an aspiring tale. Like, you know, it's basically you come up with like kind of a dream and a vision, and you build it. If you build it, they will come, and it continues to grow. You know, bigger, more massive than ever. So, yeah. Speaking of massive, I have some videos to share with you that none of those are pornographic, but I do want to show. This thing is so weird. Have you seen Frankie Valli going viral? You know who Frankie Valli is?
Ooh, no, I don't.
Okay, so here's the deal.
That
Frankie,
challenge guy?
no, not challenge guy. Frankie Valli is a legendary singer, right? Like
the Mambo. No.
Not Mambo. No, he's a singer from the like 50s, right?
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
I know.
right now he is 90 years old. And for whatever reason, this guy will not get off the road. He continues to do shows. People keep buying tickets to see Frankie Valli perform live. But they're noticing something. The dude doesn't blink, and he lip syncs his songs, but he's at the age where he doesn't even care to lip sync to his songs anymore. So he just kind of stands on stage, and it's the weirdest, saddest thing that you could imagine.
I don't think that's sad. I think that's super cool.
You're saying that now. Let's watch the video, and then tell me that you're not feeling a little sad. Okay, so here's Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli. Let's listen to it, and I'll adjust the audio there so it doesn't blow you out. Here we go. So he's just like lip syncing, and he's barely even doing that, to be honest with you.
Oh, so he sings My Girl. My Girl.
Yeah, that's
My
one of the
Girl.
songs that he sings. Yeah, he's barely even moving his lips, and this is 90 years old. He just can't necessarily move at all, and he barely moves his mouth to the music. And of course, you know, he's still out there performing live.
He's a goat.
All over the place. He is the goat for sure. But yeah,
I mean, look at that jacket. He's up there. He's standing. He's got the live band. I think good for him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get if that brings him happiness. But
Well, he's making money. I mean, that's a pretty easy way to make some money. Put on some sparkly jacket and just stand there with the mic.
Yeah,
I mean, he's smarter than I think most.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe I'll do that too someday.
Yeah, just stand up there. You have to have the sparkly jacket.
I
though.
might get so high in the desert that I'll literally do that.
You probably will.
I can just stand there, not say anything. It's Rocco 2x1 KFMA. That's Green Day Holiday. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Yes, we are still playing Green Day because we aren't Las Vegas, but we're still seeing fallout and actually viral coverage of our sister station Comp in Las Vegas refusing to play Green Day.
Wait, why?
because Billy Joe talks smack about Las Vegas, and it's really a sports fan stance. This is what happened, and it's really stupid. Okay, so the Las Vegas Raiders. They came from Oakland. They were the Oakland Raiders, and before that, they were the Los Angeles Raiders. But the team owner sold them Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a bigger market than Oakland. Oakland and San Francisco are both very big markets, but they're pretty much twin cities, and there's no real reason to have two major sports teams in that region, even though people grew up with that. You got the 49ers and you got the Giants as far as the Bay Area is concerned.
Okay.
So the owners of the A's sold the Oakland A's to Las Vegas, and they're soon going to be the Las Vegas A's, right? Now, Billy Joe and Green Day, of course, are from the Bay Area, Oakland specifically. Billy Joe grew up an Oakland A's fan. So during a performance in the Bay Area, when Green Day was currently on tour, he's at his home field, right, where he grew up,
Right.
and he started talking smack about Vegas, called them an S-hole of a town.
Oh.
Yeah. And in Vegas's reaction was two radio stations up there being like, oh, you hurt our feelings. We're not going to be playing Green Day anymore. Now, I'm not 100% anti this, but I'll tell you why. And it's for selfish purposes, okay? So, I mean, is it overreaction? Absolutely. Is it sports talk? 100%. Like Billy Joe's talking smack about Vegas from a sports fan's perspective. And like everyone else in front of the home crowd of everyone's like, yeah, F Vegas. They're taking our team that we love.
Right.
Now, but I'm not mad at like Gooch or Comp or anyone involved in doing this stunt, because that's exactly what it is, a stunt. And with them pulling Green Day, and not only did they make that announcement on their social media, which got over 1,000 shares and tons of reach, but then they're getting covered in Consequence, Sound, and everything else.
Yes.
So they're getting this coverage, and that's basically people talking about the radio.
Yep, we are.
Exactly. And for that, I think it's a huge success. And it's like, yeah, okay, go ahead and ban Green Day.
Wink, wink.
Exactly. Because they're going to be playing Green Day again before you, as soon as people forget about this, it's going right back in rotation. I can't not play it once every hour because it tests that well with the audience. People like hearing Green Day. So is what I'm being told. So, yeah, it is interesting to see that, though. It's literally a sister station making national news, pretending to be butthurt over Vegas. Vegas doesn't really care,
No, they're Vegas.
Yeah. And it's still like one of the, I think it's like the 6th biggest city, something like that in the country, something like that.
Wait, so there are no more Oakland Raiders. They're now Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, Oakland doesn't have anything but dispensaries and legal psilocybin. Still pretty good stuff. Still stuff you can root for.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's something Vegas doesn't have yet.
Yet
Yes.
being the key word.
They'll get there, yeah. Coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents, look, if you're stuck in a dead-end job and you're like, man, what job can I do if I didn't go to college so I could still make bank?
Oh.
Well, I'll give you a list of high-paying jobs that don't require a degree. So Uncle Beef's got your back. I'm going to break down that list after these words and music from Sublime on Rock 102.1 KFMA.
You should be Funkle Beef.
Oh, because I'm the fun uncle?
You're the
But
fun
I'm
uncle.
not, though. If you make too much noise, I'm going to say, shut the fuck up. How you guys doing in the comments today? Thank you guys for watching the stream. As always, got our OG riders with us. I got a lot of, shows lined up this week. A very special guest going to be popping by. Of course, we're going to be talking High in the Desert, but this is something I know Rico's not watching this, which is good. I'm surprising Rico with this guest that I'm going to have on tomorrow morning.
Ooh.
We call her the Toxic Tucson 10.
Oh.
Yes. Remember this clip?
Wait, the blonde girl. You
Yes.
got her? Because I found her Instagram and I was going to send it to you because, I got it. Do you want to reach out?
I'll be honest. I've been lurking on her page from day one,
Oh.
watching those stories, and now KFMA and her are officially Instagram friends.
Oh
They follow
my
each other.
God.
Yeah. So,
She's coming on?
yeah, well, remotely.
Oh, she's not coming in person.
No. That's a liability. I don't want that. I don't want that.
I think
yeah.
that would have been great.
No, because I can't trust it. She is somewhat of like a loose cannon in the best possible way, but she wants to tell her side of the story, and that kind of tea I'm all for. Her name is Cynthia, and so we're gonna pop her on and get a rundown, because since we went locally viral, kind of covering her hot mess that TMZ Tucson posted.
Yeah.
She has gotten into a lot of trouble and kind of like spiraled. She got jumped by a bunch of strippers at Love's Cabaret. She recently had a scooter accident. She busted up her mouth, but she's healing fine from that. But that's kind of self-inflicted. She's kind of, like there's been some things, but she wants to tell her story, and I'm all about it. I'll definitely listen into
I'm tuning in.
her story, yeah, and try to set her up with Rico, even though she has a boyfriend. So I'm basically going to
does.
make Rico uncomfortable. Yeah, and well, she has a boyfriend.
A new one, not the garage.
No, still the garage guy.
Still the garage
It's
guy.
kind of like her sugar daddy in a way. So there's going to be a lot of questions,
Whoa.
obviously, that we're going to get answers to.
Oh.
And I know that the TMZ Tucson crowd will definitely want to see it too. So
Yes, I'm invested.
yes, that's going to happen. And then, of course, Lewis from High in the Desert is going to be in. We're going to have a couple bands pop in with us. It's going to be fun for the next couple days, if you will. So, if you will, which is not if you will. All right. I have more. I have other videos that
Well, you're going to show the x-ray.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I didn't
The
see
butt
that.
stuff x-ray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a promise.
Yes, it was a promise. A fantastic one, too. Let's see. Where did I find that here? Well, give me a second to pull up the butt stuff. What she's talking about is the story that we did before the 9 o'clock hour where a guy stuck a vase in the ass. And I just like saying it like
I
that.
know you do.
Yeah. And obviously, super weird and something that you shouldn't do. And I do have a picture to show it on Twitter because I know you guys want to see it. So this is the x-ray of the vase in the Oz. Say it with me, Mari.
Vase in the Oz.
In the Oz.
Whoa, that's wide.
Uh-huh.
That's got some girth.
Talking man purse extraordinaire. Like when I was in jail in Tent City and stuff, the amount of items that certain people were able to smuggle into jail through their anal cavity was massively impressive. It was weird. I'm talking cartons of cigarettes, Mari. And what they would do for the cartons of cigarettes, and everyone's a MacGyver there, but this is what they do for cartons of cigarettes. They take all the cigarettes out of the package.
Oh, yes. Those
right?
are the box.
Right.
That would be impressive.
They wrap it up in saran wrap. They smash it down. They smash, make it as tight as possible. Then lube it with like Vaseline, and then keister it. And then and then you're left with like a ton of cigarettes when it comes out, and you have to re-roll it or something. Which is weird though, because everyone in there is clamoring to smoke, but they know that it came from a dude's ass.
Got to get that nicotine.
I guess. I mean, there are worse things to put to your lips. So.
It's protected.
Totally protected. All right. How about we do this as we get ready for this next segment? Earlier this morning, we did a little FML with Tony from Catalina Craft Pizza, and it was a good time. In case you missed it, went a little something like this.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid. It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to us at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call at 600-KFMA. It's 600-5362. If our esteemed panel weighs in on your F My Life and agree your life is effed, we'll hook you up with tickets, like to the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian show this weekend. Yeah, good times for the whole family. Let's get right into this first email. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right. Samuel sent me this, and he said, Beef, it's been 2 days since my upstairs neighbor's toilet started flooding both of our apartments.
Oh.
I have to now go to the bathroom with an umbrella. Oh, no. Jeez.
That's easy F my life.
Is that an easy F my life, Tony?
heck
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Mari, same thing?
Absolutely.
All the way around, seriously. That's good. Why even? I don't know. So many questions, yeah. I would just go freely then. You don't even worry about it. It's like, why even line up for the toilet? Like, everything else is just flooded. Just walk in there and just let it fly.
No way.
It's just, probably a good time to move, Samuel. All right, next up, my life sent to me by Ethan. Ethan said, this weekend while climbing a mountain, I got to the top and put both my arms up in a victory kind of way, only to trip on a rock and fall into a cactus.
Ouch.
Yes. F my life, Maury.
Yes.
All right, Tony, what do you say?
Oh, geez. No, big baby. I mean, how'd you get all the way up there without tripping? I mean, good gravy.
I know. You know what's so funny, too? Like, imagine if the movie Rocky ended that way. Like, he gets to the top of the stairs, puts his hands up, like, and then just trips and starts rolling down the stairs.
In the cactus.
In a different universe, that's exactly how the movie went. All right. But, yeah, that's funny. Big baby, and congratulations for hiking. All right. Next email sent to me by Jenna said, I recently saw selfies of my aunt and her friends on Facebook having a great time. They took the pictures at my mother's funeral last week. Yeah, that escalated quickly. We'll go straight to Tony. Catalina Crap Pizza. What do you say?
F my life.
All
No
right.
bueno.
Yeah, what do you say? Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Well, what if it was a celebration of life?
True.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, F your life. Sorry about that, Jenna. Thanks for the email. Next email said to be my Natalie. Natalie said, my husband threw an anger fit and left home after a fight. I only said that maybe he's not that interested in sex after marriage. Oh. Why? I was in the 5 years of our marriage, he has initiated sex exactly 0 times.
Wow.
Yeah. While during courtship, it was numerous times during the day.
Huh.
Interesting, huh? I told you, like, that was my
You
Kurt
did.
Russell theory. I was like, once you sign that contract, there goes your
all over.
libido.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But Kurt Russell never legally got married, still wants to get with Goldie Hawn all day long.
This is your theory.
I'm sticking with it. You know, it's definitely not making me want to go. All right, yeah, those are facts that I had to interrupt there. Rockwood 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live in a podcast broadcast, and I got Mari in studio, and we're going to give this rundown. I came across this, and I thought this was fascinating for a lot of people out there that may potentially be stuck in a rut, maybe in their career, that say, hey, you know, like, I'm tired with the amount of money that I'm making, but I unfortunately went a different route, didn't go through the college route when I was younger. But how can I get myself a career that is,
lucrative?
Yeah, that's very lucrative, that I get paid bank for. And I actually have a list of the highest paying jobs that don't require a degree. So you don't necessarily
college degree.
Yeah, college degree. You don't necessarily need a college degree to get, a great high-paying job if it's one of these jobs. And there's tons of them, but I got the top 6 that I want to share with you, okay? First and foremost, coming in at number 6, a flight attendant.
Oh.
Yeah, now flight attendant, of course, you get to travel for free, all over the place, rack up those miles. You could earn somewhere in between $72,000 and $102,000 a year with the right airline. Yeah, you imagine that? I have a couple of flight attendant friends, and I've seen some of those flight attendant friends actually become flight attendants for private planes and private companies, and that's a lifestyle that I'm just like, damn. Yeah, now you're living like the rich and famous. You have all this downtime. When you say you go to Barbados as a flight attendant on a private jet with, A-list, and then they're like, okay, yeah, just post up here for a week, and then, we'll fly back.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you get some of those luxuries. So flight attendant, you can earn a lot of money. You don't need a college degree. Coming in number 5, executive assistant. They make about $70,000 a year, so that's a fancy secretary, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Coming in number 4, restaurant manager. So, with that, you can make about $58,000 or more, depending on the restaurant. So, but that's a lot of hours.
A lot of hours.
Yeah. So
weird hours. You got to serve before.
Yeah.
You got to probably work your way up.
It's either you love it or you don't. If you don't love it, then don't do it. But if you love it, then it's a fantastic career, right? And everyone's got to eat. So, plenty of opportunity to, sustain and be in the business for a while.
Job security.
Yes. Now let's talk about some more white-collar jobs. Insurance appraiser. The average pay is between $66,000 and $75,000 a year for being an insurance appraiser, and you don't need a college degree for that. This one, not a surprise to me, and, I have a lot of friends who I like and respect who are real estate agents, and I also know a bunch of people from high school that I know are full-blown morons and make way too much money being a real estate agent.
And that's number 2?
That's number 2 on the list. The higher the commitment level, the higher the pay, but you can make bank. And honestly, you don't need a college degree. And I think a lot of us have, Facebook friends that are real estate agents where you could realize, you don't need a college degree at all.
You got to pay for that school, though.
Yeah, but it's really not that much. I mean, honestly, and there's so many different careers that you could get just by doing, one of those schools where it's like a 6-month, like trade school.
True.
Where you get your trade license and then you're an X-ray technician, and you go from making
that's a good one.
Yes, $35,000 a year to making like $80,000 a year, and those jobs, are a little easier, and of course, they're careers. And so, that's something where I talk to my daughter about frequently as far as what are certain options in life. She's 18 right now. She doesn't know exactly what she wants to do, but as far as the path, and I'm like, there's plenty of options you could do, and don't feel the pressure of having to go through a 4-year degree.
True.
To get like Emil, his liberal arts degree, which he doesn't use whatsoever, right? So
or my Bachelor of Arts, which is bleh.
Exactly, right? So this number one highest paying job that doesn't require a degree surprises me a little bit, scares me a lot, actually. Yeah. Air traffic controller.
Oh. You're in charge.
Yeah, you're in charge of the skies.
I don't think you need a college degree for that. That makes sense. That's cool that you can make a lot of money. How much do you make?
The median reported salary is over $127,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Making bank as an air traffic controller. How to get into that? Who knows?
But that's what I wonder.
Well, you can Google that, ask ChatGPT, and I'm sure they'll give you like a
whole rundown.
Yeah,
become a flight attendant. Maybe work at the desk.
Yeah, a lot of things to deal with, flying and transportation, is a lot of money. So that's good to know. So those are some highest paying jobs that don't require a degree. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. Let's hit the reset. We got some viral videos we're going to share with you here on the podcast broadcast. Be back with your beef tip right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, so I got this weird obsession. Like, I love weird, right? Period.
Yeah.
There's a guy that's going viral on Twitter a couple times over because he likes to sing songs.
What kind of songs?
Just regular, like, it first caught my attention because he was singing a pro wrestler's theme song, Shawn Michaels.
What's that? Which song is that?
You'll hear it. It's like Sexy Boy is what it's called. Legitimately.
Is he a sexy boy?
Shawn Michaels was, yes.
Oh, he's
not
retired.
so much. Yeah, the guy who's covering Sexy Boy, you be the judge. I don't know if he's so sexy. I think he looks weird enough to be a stud. So listen to his rendition of Sexy Boy by Shawn Michaels. I just love his shit. I don't know why. All right, check it out.
I think I'm cute.
Yep.
I know I'm sexy.
Word.
I got the looks.
Yeah.
That drives the girls wild. I got the moves.
Uh-huh.
That really move them.
They move them.
I send chills up and down their spines.
Why?
I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. I make him hot.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So just hitting those high notes.
Yes.
Just like, I'm a massive fan of this man. I don't know much about him other than his name is Mark, and he is verified on Twitter, and he continues to get tons of hits off his renditions. But it's not just wrestling anthems. He could actually cover some hip-hop classics as well, and including Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg's The Next Episode. You want to hear it?
I do.
I know you do. Mark, bless us with your rendition, please.
It's the motherfucking deal, Double G Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
You know, mommy, what the deal is? Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker?
What?
Get up there. Raise that shit up, nigga.
Whoa.
Yeah. Talk to him, find him on, nigga, burn the shit up. DPG, GBC, my nigga, turn that shit up. CBT, LBC, then we hook it back up. And when they bang in the club, baby, you got to get up. Good niggas, really giving it up. Low life, boy, we living it up. Take your children while we get in the party for sure. Sip a whole 44 when she got in the back door. Bitches looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this motherfucker, just a swing in my head. Bitch, quit talking, quit walking, you down with the set. Take a bullet with some dick and take the jump on this jet. Out of town, put it down, put a follow a rep. And if your ass get cracked, then shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's a part of success. If you believe in the X, you'll be believing your stress.
Hitting that vibrato there, Mark. He's fantastic. I just want to karaoke with that guy.
Oh, he'd be great.
So for whatever reason, this keeps showing up in my algorithm, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I follow you, reshare you, Mark. Mark on Twitter is my latest obsession. It's weird. Do you ever follow any kind of weird people on?
I don't have the social meds.
Yeah,
I miss that part of social media, though. I really do, because I did follow people. I don't remember now, but I loved it.
There's something about, just kind of like just weird people in general, like the beautifully ugly, that I can't get enough of. And there's another guy, I'm trying to think of his name, big guy that smokes bongs. What's his? Oh, Fatty. Let's see. Fatty. No, where is Fatty? Maybe that's not his name. Well, maybe I'll showcase him another time, or hopefully he didn't die and just delete his Instagram page. I have some weird follows, basically. If you look at my follower list, there'll be a lot of like musicians, a lot of local people, and then the weirdest profiles you could come across, where you're like, is this a real person? What is this?
I do like that one guy in Japan that like eats moldy stuff.
In fact, actually, my beef tip is going to be how to avoid mold at all costs.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's funny that you say that.
I need that.
Well, as far as like, if you come across mold on your bread, they say
like the white stuff, like the little bit of white stuff is bad.
If there's any mold on your loaf of bread, throw the entire loaf out.
You know that white stuff that's kind of questionable? You don't know if it's flour or if it's mold?
Yeah, you don't buy that bread. If you can't tell if there's mold on your bread, and when you buy it and like, oh, it could be this deceptive mold, don't buy it, because it's bad. And they say that any amount of mold on your bread it means that your bread is just contaminated with mold.
Okay,
And
do you
mold
keep your
you can't
bread
see.
in the fridge?
Yeah.
You keep it in the fridge?
Do I?
Yeah.
Personally, no.
No.
Yeah. So for like freezer's the only way it's going to prevent mold to a certain extent, but it will still grow mold in the fridge. I don't know if it will prevent it or make it last
Slow it.
longer.
Yeah, that's
slow it
what I'm
down.
wondering.
I don't think so. I don't know. But here, I'll get into it.
Rock 102.1.
All right, the time flew by way too quickly on today's show. Am I right, Mari?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd like to thank everybody for joining the show today. Of course, Mark from Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show happening this weekend. Tony from Catalina Craft Pizza, another round of Tap Out. Thank you, Tony. And I'd like to thank everyone who listened to win tickets to Godsmack today at the Tucson Reptile Show. And, of course, Terror in the Corn. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue to give away those tickets. And we have a bunch of friends and guests stopping by all week long. So it's going to be super fun, both on air and on the podcast broadcast. So make sure you join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, and subscribe. While we're here, we got a couple minutes, so let me give you a beef tip. I was telling Mari how if you see mold on bread, you should throw the whole loaf away. And this is according to experts, because the key to this is bread mold is tricky because you could see some mold spots, but many more spores are present and not visible to the naked eye.
Oh, tricky.
Yes. And so you can't just cut off the mold slices like you would with cheese. You could do that with some cheese, but you can't necessarily do that with bread. So if you see any mold on your loaf of bread, throw the whole thing away, because they're basically toxins that can produce a wide variety of adverse reactions. And the advice is, if you see any signs of mold on bread, just throw it away. Right? It's safe for that. Yes. Because I understand being a parent, you're just like, oh, well, that's just only this one slice has.
Yes.
And I don't want to waste money. I know. And honestly, every time I buy a loaf of bread, it ends up molding on me.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
All the time.
I could never eat it fast enough.
No.
I know.
It's the worst.
I know. I wish they would just sell loaves of bread that's only 6 slices.
They do that in Japan.
Do they?
They do.
Again, they're miles
thinkers,
ahead
man.
of us.
I know.
All right. Let's get into your actual beef tip, though. Here are some drinks that can help you fall asleep, because, getting sleep is tough these days. In fact, actually, according to a recent survey of 2,000 Americans who were asked what's a simple joy in life, the number one answer was getting a good night's sleep, right? So if you're trying to get a good night's sleep, at least 8 hours, here are some drinks that you could have before bed that will help you fall asleep, Okay, tart cherry juice is a great source of not only magnesium but also melatonin. So tart cherry juice is a good drink to drink before you go to sleep. Chamomile tea that has a medicinal powerhouse that's ready to be used as an anti-inflammatory agent, supports immune, metabolic, and mental health, and it also helps you get to sleep. Well, of course, warm milk with all the vitamins that it has in there. Right?
Protein?
Yeah, protein, vitamin B12, vitamin D. Drinking that produces a calming effect, helps you fall asleep very quickly. Or, of course, any amount of beer if you drink enough, right?
No.
You'll be out in moments, you know? For me, it's about 6. You shotgun to the dome, and that's a good 12-hour sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you wake up super refreshed?
Wow.
No.
Okay. Well, then take that last one out and try the tart cherry juice instead. That's the beef dip. Thank you guys for listening to the show. As always, don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
Happy birthday, Nick.
When you wish
So you're telling people not to drink.
No.
So be irresponsible.
all your grief.
Yes.
But if you've been mean or kind
Should I mention the weed?
I
If you
will
drink
knock out
weed.
all your teeth.